Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 13th, I think. I actually don't know, but I think it's the 13th. Thank you for being here. I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, just so you know. So make sure to come back for that. But Virgo, I'm doing a new spread here. I'm calling it a 333 spread. And let me know what you think. But basically, it's going to be 3 different stories, and then I'm going to tie all the stories together at the end. So let me know what you think. But Virgo, let's see what we have going on for you. Big time moving on energy here is what I would say. But I feel like it's good. Like, I feel like this could be you literally moving. It could also just be travel. You start off with the Rhino Spirit. Taurus gets this card all the time, which is interesting, Virgo. So I feel like for some of you, you could just be kind of like pushing through obstacles or barriers, probably doing things that you don't expect of yourself. It wouldn't surprise me to see the Strength card show up in this reading, just because you have a lot of cards here that to me could represent pushing yourself past obstacles and challenges and doing things that you've wanted to do for a very long time. This whole first row here to me, which is going to be your first story in this reading here, Virgo, to me looks like travel. 3 wands, 2 pentacles, there's boats in the background, chariot, moving, traveling. And you might be saying, well, there's, the virus going on and stuff like that. Well, number 1, some of you are probably still traveling. Number 2, you could be planning to travel in the future, 3 wands. Planning a move, planning a travel, planning some sort of change. Something has outlived its welcome is what I feel like saying here in this whole top row. 3 wands, the tower, the 8 of cups. Something has left you feeling restricted. For some of you, I feel like it's just your location in general. So I feel like this whole first story right here is just saying that you're changing location. This could be not even moving. This could just be changing jobs. But I feel like this whole first row is saying that something is done, over with, more or less, like 10 of Swords, right? Yeah, you have the 3 wands, 2 of cups. I feel like you're trying to find your place here with these 2 cards. Again, this could be love, but I'm trying to stick to 1 story per row. Then we're going to put it all together at the end. So, again, we'll talk more about love at the end probably for this row, but to me this is like looking for your place where you fit in, and that's kind of like what I feel here with these 2 cards. I feel like you're trying to find your place, or you're trying to find your place that's like a perfect match for you, whether this is you moving or traveling or getting a job somewhere else. Again, I feel like for some of you this could be just a job change as well. I feel like this is some sort of change. But to me, it mostly has to do with job change, work change, or where you live change. 3 wands, I feel like is saying that there is future growth. So it's like if you have a job and you want something better, I feel like getting something else will literally lead to more future growth, more improvements, all sorts of stuff. So love it. Next, you have the 2 of Pentacles here, Virgo, 2 of Swords, having a hard time making a decision. I feel like for some of you, decision making has been very difficult in general. I mean, I've been doing daily readings for over 1.5 years now, and pretty much every single day since day 1, there has been some sort of difficult decision showing up in your readings every single day. So I feel like for a lot of you, there could just be challenges or difficult decisions that you've been having to make, and it's like you're not sure what to do. Number 1, that 2 of Swords says trust your intuition. 2 of Swords, she has a blindfold on, and it kind of represents making an intuitive decision here. You have the 2 of Cups, you have all these 2s, 2, 2, 2 here. Virgo, I should have made this a 2-2-2 reading for you, but I feel like you need to make a choice. To me, the problem for you, Virgo, is you can't make the wrong choice. I feel like no matter what choice you make, it's going to be the right choice. I feel like that's what people don't realize about choice. I feel like choice is an illusion in a lot of ways. It's like, yes, I feel like we have free will in life, but at the same time, I feel like no matter what we choose, it's going to be the right choice. We just have to trust that. The 2 of Pentacles also says pick the new choice. So again, if you're having more problems making a choice on something in your life, this says pick the new path. I feel like a lot of you could be making decisions that maybe upset other people, but I feel like you're making the right decision for you. And I feel like that's most important with the 2 of Swords. To me, the 2 of Swords, like this whole thing with moving or moving on from something, it's like you could be moving on from a job or a business, or like I said, you could be moving in general where you live. And it's like maybe there are people who are upset. Maybe there's family or friends, or maybe you have friends at work that don't want you to leave and all this other stuff. But I feel like you're making a decision for you with this card, not for everybody else. 2 of Cups to me represents you and your higher power, you and your higher self. So I feel like you're making this choice for you. Chariot, another choice, right? Hermit, you, showing up in a very strong position. I love when people show up as themselves in readings. It puts you in a position of power and strength, kind of allows you to get what you want out of the reading. I feel like you are in a position of power here. And I feel like there could be some sort of victory coming in for you. The Hermit says you have, kind of withdrawn. You have been searching for some inner answers. And I feel like that's what's going to lead to the most success for you here, Virgo. So I feel like you need to trust your inner voice. I feel like there's some sort of victory coming in for you here, Virgo. So love it. Next, in story number 2, we have serendipity here. So to me, this is a card of luck. I feel like there's a lot of luck coming in for you here. I also feel like there could be a lot of things that are falling into place for you here, like a lot of clues in this middle row as to some sort of change that you need to make with this Tower card. So again, this second row kind of ties into the first row a little bit, but I also just feel like things are going to be working out for you. That kind of goes along with the Tower here and the Five of Pentacles. A lot of people worry about the Tower. To me, the Tower can just be some sort of sudden realization or like a revelation, coming to some sort of conclusion about something or gaining some answers. So in a lot of ways, I feel like you could be gaining answers. I do feel like some of you could just feel trapped here with your finances, and mostly that's what I feel like this row is saying. I feel like there are things that you want to do here. You have the Eight of Swords in the center, feeling trapped, feeling like you can't move forward or backwards. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you are feeling trapped by your finances. Let's clarify this. You have the Eight of Swords with the Three of Cups. Yeah, I feel like some of you could feel trapped in your community with that Three of Cups. Three of Cups is like the card of community. It's the card of like the people around you. It could represent family, kind of. And like I said, with that Two of Swords, I feel like you could be making some decisions that maybe upset people in your life, but I feel like you have to make these decisions for you in the first place. I feel like there's some sort of celebration here coming in for you. I feel like saying, I know this is a weekly reading, but I feel like saying by the end of the month. So I feel like by the end of the month, there could be a celebration coming in for you where you set yourself free or where things start to work out for you with that Eight of Swords. Yeah, you have the Four of Swords, Three of Pentacles. To me, this is saying that you could be showing something off that could set you free. Three of Pentacles can be something that you're good at, like some sort of talent, gift, skill, or ability, because it's a card of competence. It's not really a card of talents, gifts, skills, and abilities, but it's a card of competence, a card of just being good at something, and then kind of like showing your work off to people. It's kind of like a card of stepping back and admiring the work that you have done. This is something that you're dreaming about doing here, Virgo. So I feel like for a lot of you, there's something you want to do with your life, or there's something you want to work on, and because I feel like you're dreaming about it with this Four of Swords, and I feel like you need to get started. I feel like people will, I feel like it'll set you free with this middle row here. I feel like that, like I said, that serendipity card is a really good card, but I feel like it's just saying you are getting clues that something is the right direction. So it's like maybe you want to start a business. I feel like maybe you're getting clues that it's a good idea. I feel like you need to listen to those clues with that serendipity card there. Next, in your final story, you have the Solitude card. This is very much a solitude row. You have the Eight of Cups, the Emperor, the Eight of Pentacles. This could all represent kind of like working on the fine details or working on like the small details here, Virgo. I feel like being in solitude or kind of like resting, relaxing, recovering would be a good idea. Again, you have this Four of Swords here. So I feel like doing things on your own or taking time for yourself would be a great idea in this third row. Next, you have the Eight of Cups here and the Five of Wands. Yeah, a lot of conflict in this top row here. I feel like some of you have experienced a lot of conflict or, could have experienced some sort of breakup. Again, we're going to tie this all together at the end. But I feel like this is saying that you could be walking away from conflict or something that has caused conflict for you in the recent past. So I feel like a lot of you are just walking away with that card. Next, you have the Emperor and the Page of Wands. For some of you, I feel like this is like going on an adventure as well. The Page of Wands can represent an adventure. That Emperor just says follow a plan. So I feel like some of you could be just following a plan here to be successful. That Five of Wands to me represents like learning from difficulties. I always say that the Five of Wands, card of conflict, competition, all those things, right? But the Five of Wands to me also just represents learning. Those people, they're not fighting, they are learning. So they're basically training for battle. I feel like a lot of you could be doing a lot of training for life in general. And I feel like this says follow a plan, you will be successful. And finally, you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Heading towards success is what I'd say here. It's like a new life coming in for you here, Virgo. So I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you've been putting in the work with this Eight of Pentacles. This to me almost looks like a spiritual upgrade, if you want to call it that. This to me almost looks like some sort of like that type of improvement, if that makes sense. But I feel like some sort of spiritual upgrade is what I would say to you. That's all I really get there for some reason. Yeah, death, some sort of transformation, King of Pentacles, feeling more stable, feeling like things are more permanent in your life as well is what I'm getting here. It's like I feel like this is what's dying right here. All like this is all confusing energy. It's funny. You are one of the few signs this week where pretty much all three stories kind of tie into each other. It's funny because last week it was Taurus was one of the only signs where kind of like everything was all kind of tied together. But this week it's you. And what I would say here is I feel like you're leaving all this conflict, competition, tower moments, all these difficulties and challenges. I feel like with that Rhino card that you had at the beginning, it's like you have had to have a very thick skin, probably to survive or, to get through something. You have that serendipity card. I feel like this could be like little gifts from the universe. Maybe you've been getting little clues. Maybe like short little good things have been happening to you from time to time. But I feel like you've ended up in solitude, hermit right here, and that solitude card. But I feel like this is like permanent changes coming in for you. Yeah, the world, travel, Nine of Wands, don't give up. I feel like you need to keep pushing forward here towards some sort of goal that you have. I feel like you have a very specific goal. For a lot of you, I feel like it's to travel or move, and with all these cards. For others, it could just be to make some sort of work change, job change, business change. Could even be a relationship change as well here, Virgo, is what I'd say to you. Fool, I'm going to show you that in a minute. We have the Two of Wands and the Moon card. I feel like this is about moving through your fears. The Moon, to me, a lot of people say the Moon represents like illusions, fantasies, things that will never become a reality. To me, that's not true at all. To me, the Moon represents illusions, fantasies, fears, and mysteries as well, and intuition, needing to trust our intuition. But to me, we can absolutely make our fantasies and illusions real with the Moon. The Moon represents needing to not let our fears control us. We will still be feeling the fear with the Moon card, but we just need to move through it anyway with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands says once you take control, you have the whole world in your hands. It's like you have the world right here, Virgo. So I feel like you are taking control of your life. You have the Fool here, taking a leap of faith. So I feel like it's time to kind of like take that leap of faith here. I feel like for some of you, some of the other things that are popping up to me here are like you have the Three of Wands with the Two of Cups here, Tower, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Five of Wands. Could definitely be dealing with a very difficult breakup with this row right here. Then you have this here. It could have been due to a third-party situation with the Eight of Swords here. So some of you could have been in a third-party situation. It's like maybe you had high hopes for the future, but third-party situation. And Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles just kind of says, I feel like it's just saying you're putting work into yourself. You're not putting work into anybody else anymore with these cards. So, I feel like that's a good thing. In this row right here, you have this Chariot, Hermit, you moving towards a victory. Eight of Swords, like I said, you setting yourself free. I said it in this middle row with that Three of Cups, like moving towards a celebration. Then why do we have this Eight of Cups and this Five of Wands? King of Cups. So I feel like for some of you, this is just saying you need to not allow your emotions to control you with that King of Cups. Even that Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is looking too deeply into a situation. I feel like it's saying, like, you're hoping for a quick victory with this Chariot. But it's like, that's not how things happen, right? Things don't happen overnight. So we need to realize that things take time and things will take time to improve. But it's like, if we're patient, we wait. If we control our emotions, don't let the fears get the best of you here with the Moon card, then you'll be extremely successful. And I see a lot of success here. Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. Moving towards success. Tons of moving stuff here, Virgo. So I feel like it's, if you're moving, I feel like you're moving. I feel like a move will lead to a lot of luck. Even this like serendipity card, it's like a lady, if it shows up on the camera, it's like a lady and she's being kind of like picked up by this four-leaf clover. So I feel like some sort of move is going to lead to a lot of success. I feel like it's time to let your guard down a little bit as well if you're looking for love. That Nine of Wands, like I feel like there is a reason this Rhino spirit came up for you, Virgo. I feel like it's saying you have had to have a thick skin. Did that make sense? I have no clue, but I think you've had to have a thick skin basically, and I feel like you've had to had your guard up here with the Nine of Wands for various reasons, but I feel like it's time to let that go. For others, like I said, definitely a job change coming in for you. This whole reading screams job change to me on a very simple level. So without overcomplicating everything, I would just say there's like some sort of job change, work change. It's going to move you closer to your goals with this Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and this World card here as well. So, and also this Chariot as well. So I like it, Virgo. This looks really good to me. So thank you for watching, Virgo. Really appreciate it. I will be back at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, of course. But thank you for watching, and definitely let me know what you think of this spread.